In the 250 division, finishing in third, riding for JGR Yoshimura Suzuki Factory Racing, Jimmy Dakotas. Finishing in second, riding for Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki, Adam Cincirillo. And your winner, riding for Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha, Dylan Ferrandis. In the 450 division, finishing in third, riding for Monster Energy Kawasaki, Eli Tomac. Finishing in second, riding for Team Honda HRC, Ken Roxon. And the winner, riding for Red Bull KTM, Marvin Muscan. Congrats, guys. We'll start with the 250 division. This question is for all three of you. Take us through your day and night with the whoop section. Obviously, one of the tougher ones of the year, 15 of them, hammering, jumping, the option. Just kind of take us through your thoughts, how it went for you, and just your thoughts on a longer, tougher whoop section. Jimmy, we'll start with you.
The whoops are honestly, they were really good all day. I felt like I was probably one of the better guys in them. I'm sure these two were the other two I felt that were strong in them. But in the main event, it turned into a jump line, and I wasn't really confident in the jump line, but I just went with what everyone else was doing and kind of struggled in them. But overall, I like that we have big, long set of whoops. I think it's something we need at all these races to separate guys. When we have those little whoops, it's just like we're racing professional supercross. We should have big whoops.
Yeah, for me, I was super shocked at when I walked the track in practice. I didn't think they were going to be as bad as they were. They looked pretty close together, and yeah, I wasn't too intimidated by them. But man, I came into them in the first practice, and I almost came to a stop. They were so slick on top. You almost had to go slower almost into them and kind of go like fourth gear, like quarter throttle, and so I kind of struggled. I crashed a couple times in the whoops, just little crashes, and of course in the heat race I had a little bit of a lead, so I wanted to try jumping through because I figured that's what we've been doing most of the time this year. And it's just when they're super slick like that, to me, I think it's a little bit more consistent when you can jump through them. I think skimming through them when you get them good, I think it's faster that way. But for us, for 20 laps or whatever it was, I thought that jumping was going to be better, so turned out that way. And on the sight lap, I noticed in the main line, kind of right in the middle, it was super jacked up where everybody was trying to 3-3-3. And so I just had a line right to the right that I scoped out that I did most of the main event and seemed to be pretty fast.
Like Jimmy said, it's good to have a big and long whoops section. We work really hard to practice the whoops. It's one of the most important thing on Supercross, and when you come on track and there is more whoops easy, it's not so good. Like he said, we are professional Supercross racer, and when it's big long series of whoops, it's really cool. It's good. We can make a big difference, and we see who's really good, who's not. So I like, and yes, today the whoops was really technical, gnarly, and I like it. During the heat, I don't know why it was faster to jump. I tried to skim and it looked like jumping was faster, and in the main, I think was opposite. I jump all the main and do 3-3, and just the last 3 laps I skim, and I felt like it was much better to skim. So I don't know. I think that was the best part of the track.
For the 450 guys, same question, but I'll add on to it. This track had a lot of back and forth, a lot of bowl turns, I think 4 of them. What was your thoughts on this track? Obviously hard packed for Seattle, so a little bit different coming in than maybe we thought, but long set of whoops, some tough rhythms with some quads in the middle, some flat corners, bowl turns, a little bit of everything led to some good passing. You guys kind of spread yourself out, but for the most part of the night, there was a lot of back and forth. Did you like the track overall for racing, for riding? And just take us through your thoughts, and Eli, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice layout, with the good long lanes and the 180s, and it's like who would have known Seattle, had the the longest, like most hard packed, probably slick whoop hoop section of the year, other than the Vegas. So it was cool to ride this dirt in a normal condition. Like pretty amazing how packed it got. So it was good that way. Like, you know, we could do our thing. So overall, it was a good track.
Kenny.
I'm on Adam's page. When I walked him, I didn't think much of him, and then when I hit him on the first lap, I actually went through him, and I already got pretty squirrely and almost went down. So they were definitely on the gnarlier side, but I kind of saved myself during practice. I hit him as many times as I had to get down a good lap, and then I kind of just went around him or rolled through them or jumped double through him. But overall, I think the layout was actually pretty cool. The jumps were built nice and big and steep, so it definitely had some technical parts to him. And obviously the whoops, I skimmed him for over half of the main event. That's where I could kind of gain a little bit on Marvin, and then I got squirrely one time and almost threw it away, and from then on out I just started jumping it, just took the safer route because I got a little bit of room in the back and behind me. So overall though, I thought the track was pretty cool.
Marv.
I agree with those guys. I was really happy with the layout of the track. I really like to see different rhythm section. Crossing the start line, it was two options, and it was pretty similar. And you could end up with a single at the end, or ended up with a triple out. So to see different rhythm like that is pretty cool, and for racing and for the fans. Like those guys said, the whoops were really tough, and it was the most challenging part of the track. I was really happy. Actually, I had all day long. I was actually pretty good through the whoops right away in practice. I was happy, but then I ended up jumping, and I was very consistent. So for me, it was the best way to go through them. But yeah, definitely a good track. Like they said, also bigger jumps, steeper, and obviously we see maybe more crashes if you case the rhythms. But yeah. And also, like they said, we're professional motocross racers, so we try our best to be smooth and precise. And but obviously, in the pack and when you're racing, you make mistakes and it gets a little sketchy. But definitely a really nice layout. Obviously, the dirt got pretty hard and slick, but the layout was awesome for racing.
Steve Giberson with Vital MX. Marv, I know we had the riders down early on, red cross flag out. What was your point of view, and have we had any determination yet on how it's scored out, or is there penalties or not?
I don't know yet. I haven't talked to anyone yet, just the people around me. So I know what I did wrong, and yeah, I have no excuses. And I was leading, and obviously when you're leading off the first lap, I was going for it, and I see all the yellows, and yeah, I made a mistake, and I did slow down, but then I did jump. So nothing I can do right now. It doesn't take any way or anything away from my win, because right after that I was definitely looking back and kind of like slowing down. I didn't know what to do really, and then it was and Kenny was catching me. He was right behind me, but then I put a solid main, and I was really happy about my riding. So that doesn't take anything away. So I'm really happy.
Kenny, is it odd from your point of view to be up there and wondering what's going on?
I just, I'm just happy with how I bounced back this weekend. And while as it happened, I noticed it, but then obviously after when we had the whole main ahead of us, and then even when we went to the finish line, I forgot about it until somebody said something. So it is what it is. He won, and I don't know, I just feel overall I rode a solid main and kept it on two wheels, and a lot better this weekend.
Yeah, Kenny, just talk about that. Last couple of weeks, the results I'm sure weren't what you wanted. You weren't on the podium, and you told me today that you were all of a sudden feeling better. So do you have any information of what was wrong?
Well, I started feeling better on Friday. It started going uphill a little bit. I'm still not feeling quite right, but this weekend I said it even this morning or throughout the day. I told Oscar I feel a lot better today than I did last week. And as of right now, though, there's no results on anything yet, so I kind of got to wait it out and see what it is this week.
Yeah, Dylan, first win. I mean, big day for you, big night for you. How good does it feel to get this one out of the way?
It was tough, It took me 3 years in America to finally get my first win, and it was long. It was really long, but finally I did it. And was not easy because it's I'm always the hunter. Like I took bad start and have to come back to the front. And this time I took a good start and my teammate crashed in front of me, so I took the lead. And I just was leading the main and was new for me a little bit. And it's not happened to me a lot this year and last year too. So I struggled a little bit, try to doesn't make mistake, just ride clean, and AC was on my back, and it was good battle. It was really challenging for me, but I think for the future it's gonna help me a lot. Like now I did it. I was looking for this win for a long time, and I dream about it for a long time, and now that I did, it's maybe I think it's gonna help me for the future. For the next races I would be maybe more relaxed. I think I feel like this, so we see.
This is for Marvin. That last lap, like last two sections of the track, it looked like, or the triple, you looked at the scoring tower. Did you intentionally like slow up a bit to know like, okay, I'm going to get the white flag this time because it was right at the mark?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I knew that the lap times were around, I think 47 or something. So, and then I jumped the finish line and I looked at the board, it was like 46, 47. So, and then when I finished that lap, I kind of slowed down to make sure he would put that white flag. So yeah, I did that on purpose, and I had a comfortable gap, so it was good. But yeah, just one word. I'm really happy that I finally get the win with Dylan. You know, it was also a long time coming. To both win main events, and when you won the 250 main tonight, I was like, I got to do it also. So it was pretty cool to get it done.
Speaking of that, Stefan LeBiguet.com, this is a question for you both. It's been 19 years since two French riders won a main event. It was New Orleans in 2000, and it was Divi and Roncada. Divi is right there right now. What do you want to tell him?
Yeah, I mean, me and Dylan, we're really proud, really happy of what we accomplished. You know, we've been working hard, and Divi's been helping me this year, and really been enjoying it. So, I won 7 main events last weekend, and the same as him, and I want to say that's the 8th one right now. So, but anyway, it's cool, and I also showed me a picture of himself, Divi and Roncada when they won back in the day. So it's really cool, and it's cool to see that again with Dylan.
It's crazy. Like I remember when I was a kid, I was watching this race, and I kind of little bit remember this day when 2 French guys won 2 Supercross, and I think that's inspired me to do the same. And we have the chance to be the 2 only French guy on a circuit riding right now, and we both won. So it's unbelievable for our country. It's crazy. I hope it will inspire many kids and many people to come here in America, race Supercross, because it's the best championship in the world. For me, I leave everything in Europe to do this championship because it's the best, and the show is just unique in the world, and I love it too much to. That's why I'm here. So just really happy, and I think it's good. It's good history for tonight that 2 French guys win.
Over here, guys. Jose Moreno, CNN. 2 French nationals winning the same night. What does that say about the sport and the health of the sport in foreign countries? And how is that going to be beneficial to the remainder of the season for you guys?
Well, like Dylan said, we hope inspired younger kids, and just like we did, riders like David Villeman or Sebastian Tortelli, or back in the day, GMB, or riders like that, they inspired us. So, and we just wanted to do the same thing. So here we are, and hopefully a new generation will come. And I think it's really unique to do that, and I'm really proud.
Adam, talk about. It looked like you made kind of a charge there towards the end of the main. What was the plan for you? And
so the beginning was a little bit crazy. I thought I had the start, and I ended up just kind of pushing my front end a little bit, kind of went out a little. Then I think I was next to Colt in that first lane, and he hooked a right, I think on accident, I would assume. And he jumped on the same hand Fortner jumped on in Atlanta, dude. It bloodied my knuckles again. I was pissed, but No, I survived that, and then I kind of had to tell myself to chill out a little bit there in the beginning, because after all that stuff happens in the beginning, like the kind of what my mind is saying to do is like, I don't know, like freak out, like just pass somebody or do something. So I kind of just did the opposite of what I thought. Chilled out. Unfortunately, Colt went down, and then I was able to get Jimmy, and Dylan was out front. I knew it'd be difficult to beat out front. You know, he's been riding great all year. So for me, I just tried to pick my spots where I was a little bit better. He was nailing that quad after the finish line. He was really getting, you really had to downside that double clean to table over 2. And I maybe got it 60% of the time. And yeah, so he would get me there a little bit. And then I kind of had a little bit of a better line in the whoops sometimes. And there were some lappers getting in the way for both of us there. So all in all, I think I rode good. I left my best out there. But at the same time, I think I kind of fell a little bit, I rode maybe a little bit too smart, a little bit too patient there, where there was maybe an opportunity to make a pass or do this or that, but taking nothing away from Dylan, man. Congrats. Great race, and look forward to battling next weekend.
Eli, I was curious, just to rewind a little bit on last weekend, in the main where Cooper kind of dove inside and had kind of an issue, but what was it like seeing kind of sort of a missile coming up the inside there?
Yeah, it just caught me off guard, and that was it. And at that point, I was struggling, and I was kind of going on my way back. So that was a tough part of the main for me. But it was mostly off guard thing. Like, guy just came out of nowhere.
For both Eli and Ken, I think you guys you prefer to skim whoops rather than jump. But I think, Eli, you saw late that unfortunately for you, the jump line ended up being faster at the end. Cooper was trying to catch you, and you started jumping, and it stabilized that. Are jumping whoops something you guys ever actually practice, or is it something you're thinking you might have to? Because it seems like this year that's coming into play quite a bit.
It's definitely, coming into play I think the most that we've had in the past. And, it's like everyone's like doing it, catching on to it earlier, and it just like it's efficient too, So yeah, I prefer to skim, but once again, I thought I started jumping too late again tonight, so something we gotta work on.
Yeah, I prefer skimming obviously too, and it's crazy because after the first practice, I would have never thought we would start jumping because they were not really very jumpable. But in our tracks in Florida, our whoop sections are a little bit faster. They're big, but they're on the faster side, and obviously they break down, but not as bad as here. So it's tough. I feel like our whoop sections in Florida are just kind of tough to jump because they are a little bit higher speeds, and you would have to check up a lot and really get in there. But I changed up my bike setting a little bit a few weeks ago or so, and that actually helped me in the whoops with skimming and jumping. So I kind of got a little bit of help with the bike and felt a lot more comfortable doing it this time.
And Marvin, 2 in a row, is that just you put yourself in the right position 2 weeks in a row, or do you feel you're riding better and things are coming together in general?
No, I've been riding quite good the last few weekends, and I've been saying that I needed better start, I would say, and just put myself in a better position. And this time I was second off the start and passed Zach right away. So, and last weekend got the whole shot. So, yeah, honestly, it was a good start. Like to be out front like that, you just gotta put everything together and be consistent, and it's the best and the easiest way to win a main. But obviously, the last few weekends, I wish I would have passed the guys in front of me, and because I felt like I was faster like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So, but anyway, it's the past, and now I'm looking forward to more racing, and I was looking forward to this weekend and do 2 in a row. So it's far from done. So looking forward to more.
And one for Dylan. You said this might make it easier for you in the future now that you've got one under your belt. Was it starting to weigh in your mind how many weekends you've ridden well, but the wind didn't work out for one reason or another? Was that starting to be something you were thinking about? Because you've been fast enough to do this for a while.
Yeah, there's many reasons why I haven't won before, but I think the main reason is I need to do more racing in Supercross here. And last year at round 3 I broke my arm, so I missed the complete season. The year before was my rookie season, so it's just need to do more racing. Because the practice is always good. I feel really awesome, or we can see every weekend I do best lap in practice. So when it's not racing, I feel really good. I ride good, but when it's race time, struggle at the start and struggle during the main. So just ride more racing in more time on a stadium like this, because I haven't do that in my life, so a lot. So just that, but. We keep progressing with the bike and with the team and with my trainer. So, we just knew it was coming. We didn't know when. So finally.
Thanks, guys.